Captain Johnson looks on. First time in a while we sensed this week that he really missed playing. You could see that old steely glint in his eye when he talked about this game over the last couple of days. You've been spending time with him, Phil.
Yeah, chatting to him at the press conference. And his words were, this is what Test match rugby is all about. As a fan, a coach, a player, you want to be involved in these big games, and there's none bigger than this.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage. Keep the elbow.
And Cole went down on this near side.
Okay, collapse far side. Stand up, please, stand up.
And we will just reset it.
Collapse far side.
Just a fabulous atmosphere within Eden Park. English and Scots sharing the experience here. And a special mention as well for all the servicemen and women who we know will have their own favourites tonight as they watch ITV's coverage on British Forces broadcasting in Afghanistan, all around the world. They, like Gregor Townsend and Andy Robinson, captivated by what we're seeing. It's not pretty, but this is good old-fashioned Northern Hemisphere rugby. Stodgy, compelling, but you're not going anywhere.
Touch, pause, engage. Both of you missed the bind. Reset.
Well, I felt that Alan.
Get up, just get up.
I felt that Alan Jacobson then came in at the absolute wrong angle. Phil, you'll probably agree with me on that one.
He's got his hands full, hasn't he, Craig Joubert? All kinds of things going on. Binding. Here we go. Good hit. Good bind from Matt Stevens, looking to get his power through. Far side again. Dan Cole caving in, but is he being forced in by Jacobson? The myths of the front row.
Touch. Pause.
Well, if you can't sort it out, Phil, the rest of us have got no chance. England definitely getting the nudge on there, and Vernon, as a result, was under lots of pressure as we look down from our eye in the sky. It's stopped raining, by the way. Scotland still have that breeze at their backs, which Parks uses to its full extent. Bounces invitingly for Foden, who chases the kick. Patterson, who wins it wonderfully. Held up by Armitage. England doing their best to try and keep him off the floor. Patterson has got the ball down. Not sure that he's won back possession. He has. Joubert looked kindly upon him.
From a kick, catches ball.
Wonderful play, wasn't it? Great high take. Scotland forwards, getting there so quickly, getting the drive on. Andy Robinson's happy.
How can you tell? He always looks like that, doesn't he?
I tell you what, I'm going to make my mark here.
Steely eyes. Steely eyes.
Thank you.
Only played Scotland once as a player for England. They drew 12 all that day. His first match as Scotland coach, he was reminding us this week, against England last year, was a draw, 15 all. There is a history, and England have got the real nudge on at the scrum there. Picked up by Youngs, bursting through. Tyndall gathers it. England almost in full cry for the first time. A peep of Joubert's whistle. Ball was lost forward.
Well, Young's always dangerous on the break. Tyndall got the ball dislodged in the tackle. Good defence by Scotland. But you sense that England have just got a little bit of a nudge on against the head. It ricocheted off that Scotland front three. And Youngs was sharp to the task. Look at the Ragdols are running there from the England centre. But Vernon got back with a tackle. Oh.
Tyndall, who overtakes Will Carling as England's most capped centre now. Andy Robinson, who not so long ago was coaching him. Happy enough to see the ball knocked forward.
Well, Lewis Moody looking on there. He'll be wanting to put some pressure on that Scotland scrum, because that pressure at the previous scrum resulted in the ricochet off the Scotland front row, the one against the head, and now Scotland have to set the scrum themselves.
Ross Ford's changing his boots.
Another thing, Scott, as well, that scrum, it breeds confidence. Suddenly England moving forward, playing with a lot more intent. Scotland beginning to ask questions.
Super, thank you. Yes, Mark, so you set up just left of it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm happy with that. Come down. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
It's a better hit from Scotland, but England still disrupting.
Turnover.
And England have got the ball back. Real opportunity here. Youngs held up by Gray, and he needed to be. Moment of real danger for Scotland. Thompson goes in. Wilkinson drop goal. No.
Well, Vernon was caught at the back. Haskell pounced. Wilkinson missed. Wilkinson, left foot, did his head come up a little bit early to look where it was going. But he's not got the right boots on today.
Might be people at home, Phil, wondering if Wilkinson isn't kicking well. Why isn't Toby Flood on?
Very good question, Nick. But I think there's been so much talked about this ball, and particularly from Johnny Wilkinson. Has he psyched himself out?
I think this is World Cup pressure. This is a pressure cooker here.
Wilkinson has been there before. But he and England are scrapping for their World Cup lives. Winners 2003, finalists 2007. On the brink here. Scotland still don't have the 8 points that they need to save themselves, but they're trying to build something for pretty much the first time in this second half. It has been all England. Armitage quickly on to Vernon, and Scotland have been shuffled back to halfway. Parks to Lamont. Brought down by Croft.
12.
Held on as he was brought down.
12 wide on his feet.
Well, the result of that penalty was from Ewan Murray passing ball backwards on the previous phase of play to Richie Vernon. If Scotland players have to react, they're going to have to take it forward themselves. But good pressure from England, the double tackle on Lamont. He's obviously always looking to try and break the tackle, but England were up to the task and nailed the Scotland centre.
Wilkinson against the breeze, feeling that was beyond his compass, and goes for touch instead.
Great work, great. So Mike Tyndall, something he does particularly well, getting on his feet quickly, bouncing off the floor, not getting off his feet.
I've got to determine who goes first.
And James Haskell also in there, putting the pressure on.
Thompson with the line out throw for England. Decades worth of test experience going into little episodes like that. Found by Lewis Deacon. Stevens at the back of the barge. Is this just a little spike in England's graph, or is this a real turning point? They'll be looking for points on the board, and they've given the ball away to Parks. DeLuca, oh, rather panicked somewhat there. Patterson doesn't. He will chase his own kick. It bounces into touch. And if it was an English spike, it didn't last long. Scotland have driven them right back.
Just for a second, put your mind in England forward's head. You've had a great line out, good driving play, set up to put some sustained pressure on the Scotland line. Parks, wonderful move, saw it early, good kick, and suddenly you're on your own 22, defending again.
Well, for the first time in this second half, Scotland with territory. They've been desperate to get it. It was a great response by England. They put pressure on Scotland now. Scotland, can they put pressure on the England line-out throw? Thompson on the 22.
One high by Deacon. You see where England are now. They're going to work from their own back garden. Armitage will chase. It really wasn't at all decisive. England have it back as a result. The dummy from Youngs. Finds Wilkinson. Youngs again. Ball came off a boot. This is Lamont tiptoeing his way around the white defence. Then he's held up by Haskell. Blair to Parks. Ford finds Patterson. Scotland running it through the hands pleasingly with Daniele, who will chase his own kick. Was he obstructed? Beautifully taken, but picked up by DeLuca. Couldn't take it cleanly. The ball was knocked on. So much to talk about.
Oh, was that the opportunity for Scotland to nail their try? I felt Lamont had butchered it. The left peg and chip and chase. Foden goes back to chase. Wasn't that superb? He got hands on ball. DeLuca, the pickup. Well, if he'd had the sticky plasters on, it might have counted, but look at Wilkinson, he was back to defend, and the anguish on Nick DeLuca says it all.
No, you can go through your captain.
Breathless play, wasn't it? Everyone on the edge of their seats.
Hey, don't yell at me.
Andy Robinson getting emotional. He said this week, rugby's an emotional game, and there's oozing emotion here at Eden Park.
Do you want to answer, Alistair?
Lewis Moody's coming off to
keep them up. So
have that blood tidied up. And he's being replaced in the back row by Nick Easter. So Easter will go to 8. You assume that Haskell will slip in at 7.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
His natural position.
Gun blue.
Was this the moment?
Great strength there, was it? Just pick it up.
Here's the marker here, come back please.
Would he have been better going down on that, falling down on it, securing possession for Scotland? Great play, I have to say. Perhaps the try line's begging. Johnny Wilkinson has covered some ground this evening, Scott, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, it's moments like these that turn games, and Wilkinson was up to the task.
Scotland scrum just holding, but Ford's popped out, desperately trying to stud that ball back. He will get another go.
Well, I would have loved to see Mike Blair pick that ball up and run. He held it at the back, they're looking to reset, but Scotland will be confident. They've got parity, in fact they might even have an edge in the scrum here.
Both front rows getting good body positions. Ewan Murray getting pressure on. Matt Stevens doing well actually to find his feet again after that.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Yeah, slip.
Well, it's a battle royal out there in the on those 2-8s. Unbelievable pressure that's coming in.
Again, there's a slip from Ewan Murray there. Sometimes it happens.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Parks waits, controlled by Vernon. They've got the penalty. And if Scotland can come out of this with 3 points, they will think that's a very, very useful 5 minutes. They were really under the pump not so long ago. Little half interception, and now they are staring at the English posts.
Powerful work, wasn't it, from the Scotland pack? Came back at England. Ewan Murray, Alan Jacobson, Ross Ford.
Phil, one of the big things I think from Scotland's scrummaging point of view is that they are winning the verbal battle in there. Every time that camera pins in to Alan Jacobson or Ross Ford, the words that are being told in that front row, it's a telling story.
No, it is, but you have to say though, Scott, throughout this Scotland team, you just sense they've got good team spirit, don't you? Everybody working hard for each other.
This kick goes over. Scotland will be beyond the magic 8. This kick goes over and things stay the same. England will be looking over the cliff. They need to win this match by 8 points or more. Scotland lead by 9.